Hi everybody, my name is Priscilla and this is the Osho Zen Tarot reading for the Taurus full moon that is happening around about midnight tonight. I think it's about 3 minutes to midnight here in Queensland. And it's also a supermoon, which is the closest that the moon has been to the Earth in about, I think it's about 80 years. Yeah, something like that. And the next one's not due to happen until 2034. So, the last one happened in the 1930s, I think. So it's a really, really long time since the moon has been so close to the Earth. And so there's a lot of amplified energy around the feelings that we're all dealing with. And being the full moon in Taurus, we're talking about the sensual pleasures, the earthly pleasures. Taurus is a very sensual energy. It's ruled by Venus, and it's the one that's sort of most interested in beautiful food, really beautiful objects and glamour, but everything's sensual, everything's like tactile, you feel it, it's sensual, you touch, taste, smell, really beautiful. I drew the most amazing card for this last reading, and I don't know if I'm going to call the same one up again, which would be absolutely like blow me away if it did, but let's see what happens and we'll see which card comes through. So I dare say this is the right card for the moment. And no, it's not the same card, it's a very different one. However, it is just as powerful and just as important. This one here is about sorrow, and this one is about letting go of the things that we think, where am I coming from with this one? It's really interesting. It's about recognizing that the things we are attached to, we need to just genuinely let go of them. And of course, with it being a full moon, it's a time of letting go. It's a time of endings. It's a time of closure. So it's about recognizing that if we think that we're going to be sorry to be losing something, the reality is that it's possibly time for it to go. And so when we think that we're going to go, oh my God, I can't stand it if I lost this, or I can't stand it if I lost that, it means that it has to go, probably. The things that you want to hang on to are probably the things that are stopping you from growing and from really allowing yourself to move into a place of more openness and more receptiveness. So letting go of the things that are probably the hardest to let go of, because they are the things that we feel most comfortable with, then a lot of sorrow comes up with that, and that's painful. But in the same breath, the grief is a powerful process of truly allowing ourselves to honour what we've had with that thing or that person or with that experience, and then honouring it and saying, yeah, well, it's past now, it's time, it's okay, and trusting that when we grieve the letting go and we grieve it, we feel the sorrow of something that needs to go, then we have space to allow new things to come through. It's a new experience. And then there's more openness and allowing for the right things to come through now. Sometimes we don't move and change and to allow for growth, because letting go of the stuff that we're so used to having around us is painful. And so we hang on to it thinking, well, if I hang on to it, then I'm going to be okay. But we aren't okay. And then, of course, the sorrow can end up building up in our bodies because we're not letting go. And we're not trusting that the new stuff that can come through is going to be better, because we're really believing that we don't believe that it's possible. It is time. It's really time. So I think that's enough. There's a lot going on energetically. We're feeling a massive, intensive energy at the moment. I know I've been having terrible time sleeping, waking up in the middle of the night and blaming it on a pile of things. I had a glass of wine the night before, and, I couldn't sleep all night. I had a hangover before I even went to bed. It was like, time's up. I can't keep drinking the alcohol. I haven't had any for a really long time. Have one glass in probably 4 months, and bang, didn't work. Just didn't work. A little bit of sorrow saying goodbye to the old alcohol, but on another level, absolutely no sorrow at all. It's time to let it go. It's not going to serve me to drink it anymore, because it just doesn't. I don't feel well. I don't feel myself. It's a temporary feeling that leaves me feeling worse at the end of it than it does while I'm drinking it. And I have to say goodbye to that, and that's a good thing. So there's more groundedness in me, and there's more ability to receive and be consciously aware of my choices from that point, as opposed to being a little bit dulled down by the senses that that are triggered by the drinking, but they're temporary and they don't last, and then there's a yucky feeling afterwards. So yeah, touch of sorrow, saying goodbye to an old friend in a manner of speaking, but it's not proving to be a friend anymore. Time to go. So anyway, I hope that this has been a useful reading for you, and until next time when we have the new moon is going to be in Capricorn. So yeah, that's the next one that's due to come out. No, new moon in Sagittarius. Oh my God, who's in plot? Lost it already. Okay, goodbye everybody. See you next time. Thank you.